Yo, what's up everybody? It's Brodeur AKA Brilly, and I'm gonna show you right now how you can easily improve your materials in seconds. We are gonna do this very simply by mixing 2D patterns and designs in with our 3D materials in Octane with Mix Materials. So let's jump into it. I feel like we just get so into the habit of creating one material, like a glossy material, a diffuse material, a specular material, and we place those on our objects and we say, that's it, that's done, that looks good. And we add different bump maps, displacement maps, and that's it, we call it a day. But if you begin using mixed materials and separating out those mixed materials with an image texture and a design of your choice, you can start enhancing your materials within a matter of moments. I'm going to slide in our node editor here in Octane just to show you how simple it is and a little bit of extra flair that you can give it sometimes too. So I really just have this image texture with any kind of pattern. You can import any kind of pattern that you want, black and white, 2D design, text, different images, vectors, you name it. And you use that to separate out between two different materials. In this case, I have a glossy magenta material and a reflective glossy white material. And I'm separating those out with this kind of zebra pattern here. The transform node is really just messing with the overall scale as well as its position if you need to kind of offset it or move that pattern around. And then you just place that mixed material directly onto your geometry. I'll show you a couple variations of this now. And we can simply just open up this node editor, and within that image texture, just navigate to any other pattern that you might have, select it, import it, and instantly update it. And if you want, you can go into the material itself and you can invert it if you want more of one texture or the other that's beneath it. Now you can do this in really subtle ways as well. So I'll show you just by copying the same reflective white material over again, opening up that mixed material that we have on our objects and replacing the pink material with another glossy material. Now remember, I still have this driving the displacement. So that pattern will still drive the displacement, but instantly now we have a much more subtle look to this, but again, still driving it by a 2D design pattern. And I can get rid of the displacement altogether and then mess with the single material, the reflective white, and maybe I make this extra rough. And now we have a surface on top of another surface here, and it's going to be applied in another subtle way yet again, where now one surface is glossy, the other surface doesn't have that same kind of reflection, and you can enhance your materials in a very, very subtle way. Now I'm using a pattern here. You could use any kind of image texture to separate two different materials, though not something that is just 100% contrast black and white. So in this example, what I can show you is what happens if we use a texture that's got grayscale in between it as well to help separate out between the two different materials. Well, this one's going to be way less noticeable. We might want to make it a little bit more contrasted, but before we even go about doing that, let's take that second material and let's just change the color of it a little bit. And now you can see how that is now enhancing yet again that material, and it's making it look way more rich, way more dynamic, and way more deep, when really in fact we just have a glossy white material and a glossy magenta material, and we're kind of blending between those. And this is just such a simple way of enhancing your materials with a couple clicks and kind of thinking about how you create your materials in a different way. I really hope this helps, and I'll see you again in the next tutorial. Peace everybody.